Welcome to another episode of.
Rye can top my knee.
Oh, we're trying something new, so hopefully
Very
that
new,
works.
yeah. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Kevin, and we are a Boys Love podcast that talks about all the press and mess around our favorite shows.
Yes, happy Pride, everyone. It's finally Pride Month.
Yes, woohoo! And we got a lot of things and shows to be proud of. Also, Jonathan, there's a new bakery in town that we need to check out. Not sure if we should record a future episode there, but we can eat there and talk about it later.
That'd be really cute.
Yeah, and the bakery is called Salzui. It gives a little Thai kind of vibe to it, but it's a French-inspired cafe.
Salzui, Sawadi, same thing,
Sawadi,
right?
yeah, same thing. And it's in Flatiron, so we could probably go and check it out at some point. What did you do this weekend? I know you had a little activity on Friday.
Oh, I went to my high school reunion. It's like my 10-year high school reunion. It's really awkward.
Gosh.
A lot of small bro talk.
Oh.
A lot of, hey, I'm in finance, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh.
So,
well,
yeah.
it sounds like it was okay.
It was an experience that I'll probably, I just did it for the experience. I'll probably never go to another one.
I have my 20-year this year, which is crazy to think about. My 20-year reunion. I missed my 10-year one, which that's neither here nor there. But
I mean, maybe the 20 years more juicy, because that's when you
I don't
have
know.
The failed marriages, the 7 kids. Yeah,
I mean, I know a lot of people that I know from my class. Many of them have children. There are people who are deceased. Which is wild to think about. There are people who I know are divorced. There are people who came out the closet, who were homophobic back in the day. So there's a lot of stuff, but also do I want to go? I had a lot of problematic white people that I had to deal with.
Oh, well, I don't know. I literally only went for the tea. I was like, I just want to get the gossip, see if any closeted gays came out, or if the open ones were going to show up. But I don't know. See any old crushes. Even though I went to an all-boys school.
Oh, Lord. I did not. I went to a suburban public high school. That was in a predominantly white neighborhood. In fact, out of the 4 high schools in our district, ours was considered the most diverse because it was 75% white, unlike the others that were 85% white.
See, mine, even though it's in New York, it was very much still white. I was joking with my friend. I was like, it's a little of a culture shock. I haven't seen so many white people in a room in a minute. My class is fully 95% white too. Yeah.
Oh, honey. Oh, that's an experience. That's an experience. Anyway, speaking of mess, there's a lot going on with the word on the tweets today.
Oh yes. Oh, we have some news.
Oh, child. What's the tea, boo?
Well, let's start with. I remember we started when we first started this podcast. We were talking about Pawan from GOMTV, his court case with his girlfriend, how that just started, and he got kind of kicked out of the We Are the series show, and they had to do reshoots. Well, that case just settled, or at least it's over. They settled it in court between each other. Not much details came out. GMTV really just the shortest little statement that was they settled it between themselves, and they both dropped charges on both sides. So
yeah,
that's
so
all
it sounds like it was a messy breakup.
Yeah, it just gets very messy. messy
Yeah.
breakup.
Yeah, and I saw some of the comments on that post, and I was a little taken aback with some people saying like, well, he did it, and we're like, well, actually, we don't know that.
We don't
Like,
know that, and there
like
was
we
there was the story to
speculated
both
that,
sides. Like they both
right?
were violent with each other.
Right. So we don't know exactly what happened, other
Mm-hmm.
than they shouldn't have been together. That's the one thing that I think everybody can agree on. It's like if your relationship is that toxic, you probably shouldn't be together to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm hoping that both of them can find healing, peace. Low key, I would like to see Pawan back on TV at some point. He probably needs a break for the next month, to kind of get himself together. Especially now, there are people out here throwing that stuff about him with the vape, which I'm like,
Uh,
that's really not a big deal, like, at
I
all.
know it was just like in connection to like you play a villain on TV, you were having a messy, violent breakup with your girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and now like you've been under the radar for a couple months, and now you're like vaping in this small van while on vacation. Like no one wants to be that girl.
And I was kind of like, it's a vape. Like, apparently in Thailand, you're not supposed to have them. So I guess that's what's like,
Ah,
oh, it's illegal or whatnot. But I'm like, there's worse things. Like, we got,
there's worse things to complain about,
politicians.
but yeah,
Yeah, we got politicians out here getting convicted for fraud.
people
Okay?
always want to protect their faves,
Right.
protect their
Like,
faves.
it ain't that deep. So, anywho,
But anyway,
what else is going on?
on lighter notes,
Yes.
His Man season 3 coming out June 21st.
I'm going to act a fool. You already know because,
I'm so excited. I know they filmed this like over a year ago. Like they filmed this like right after His Man 2.
really? So it
Yeah,
was. Oh, see, that I didn't know. And I liked the first season. I thought the second season was better.
the
So I'm
second season
wondering.
was juicy.
Yes, now I'm wondering what are they going to bring to this third season,
This
because you got
third
to
season
top
better be
the second one.
messy. Better be
I need a lot of
messy.
mess. I need them to bring like Hong Suk Chun, aka Tony,
Oh,
one of the old openly gay Korean celebrity. He needs to come out there and be like a host or something. Like, we're at a point where
mm-hmm.
enough people are watching the show and are intrigued, and there's so much mess that happens on the show and then after the show that,
Mm-hmm.
come on, we need some celebrity, some star status on this
Yeah,
show.
I
Like,
hope we get to see that. Give me some like some female idols or something. Promote the
yeah,
show.
like people
Support your
who are,
gays. Support your local gays.
yeah, or bring the few openly gay celebrities on the show to be like hosts or to like lead a challenge or
Hmm.
something.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
think
would love to see it.
the winners, not the winners. Honestly, they were the winners. Jun Sun and Suno are gonna be.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're gonna be in like an episode or two. I think they're probably
Also, they're
gonna.
probably gonna give a challenge, maybe give some couple counseling, like
Not
share
couple.
how because now they've
Yeah,
been
they're gonna
together for
definitely
over a
have a
year.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm excited for that.
and they were successful because remember the couple that came out of the first season, I knew that wasn't gonna last too long because one of them was just way too messy.
I mean, we want a mixture of messy, but we also want some true love.
Right, we
We
want
also
couples to
want.
win.
Yeah, I'm sick of these, TV show fake do it for the money couples that are here in
Right.
America, like The Bachelor. Like they get married and they're divorced in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
I don't know. In
mean,
these shows, you can date, you can choose to date. You just don't have to play it up all the way that like this is the love of my life.
right,
Like, try
and
it out. Sometimes
yeah,
it works.
sometimes it works. Yeah, like I said, that first season, that couple was. I mean, I was halfway rooting for them, but I also felt like they weren't going to make it, and they didn't. Like, I think less than a year after the show ended, they broke up to the
As
point
they
where
should.
they're not following each other on Instagram anymore. One of them got a new boo. Like,
I
there it
hope
is.
someone from season 1 or season 2 comes back for season 3. It'd be so gaggy. Come on, All
Oh,
Stars.
like, yes, someone comes back on the
His
show
Man All
because
Stars season. That'd be
Oh,
hilarious.
honey, that would be great. Anywho, what else?
We got Barcode signed under A-Plan International, a new company, because he left Beyond Cloud.
Yes.
Yes, and people were like, "Wow, we're getting Idol Barcode before Wuju Bakery." Like, what is going on? When is this show coming out?
Which we're still waiting on.
Still
which
waiting
is very, very interesting. Like, is he? I think we also need clarity. Is he still doing that show? Because did they finish filming Wuju Bakery?
It's all filmed.
Okay.
It's just that they wanted to extend the runtime from 20 minutes to like 40 minutes or 50 minutes.
Oh, yes, that's right.
That was like back in March. I still don't understand. It was supposed to come out in March, and now we're in June. Still no signs of anything.
I still don't understand why they wanted to extend the runtime.
I don't understand why it's a Korean Thai alien show.
Alien?
Yes, Jeff is an alien in that show.
Jeff Thatcher is an alien?
Yes.
Yeah,
that is the premise of the show, that he's like an alien that like crashes into the bakery and he's like working with Barcode to like pay off some debt. I don't know.
The alien has debt and he's from another planet?
I don't know. Anyway, speaking of Jeff, one more thing. There was like this Kingdoms concert that happened yesterday. I was so jealous. I really wanted to go. My two kings.
Oh, yes. I remember seeing little clips from it.
Yeah, Bright. It was like 4 people. It was like Bright, Jeff, Nant, and the Toys.
I haven't heard of the Toys. Who are the Toys?
Yeah, I haven't heard of the Toys either, but maybe I'll give them a listen. They all like perform together as like these like 4 like kings of their own land or whatever. It's like a joint concert, and they all kind of switched up and sang each other's songs. So like Jeff sang like one of Bright's songs, and Bright sang one of Jeff's songs, and people are dragging Bright online a little bit. Because you have like these like
singing
3.
Bad?
Yes. Because Jeff is like on his own
right
vocal level.
Right.
And then Bright is I think I don't know. I think Bright just struggles a little bit. And he really just still tries for it, Like he's not the worst singer in the world. But he just needs to know his lane,
Yeah, sometimes you're not meant to sing.
You're just not meant to sing that high or that, Like, he's done, like, some acoustic stuff back in the day. Or even when he did, like, Together. Like, he can sing. Just you're not belting like Jeff. You're not singing,
Because Jeff is
OST to Kim Porsche.
Is a singer. Like, a professional singer. Right. And, like, that would be like me going out to do a concert. My singing should stay on this podcast, okay? Like, that's where it should stay.
At home.
Right. It should not go beyond
stay at home.
It should not go beyond this podcast, and that's it, Maybe karaoke.
We should do karaoke one of these days.
We should. We haven't done that, period. We need to. So, norebang. 안녕하세요. Anyway, let's get into our shows of the week. So, Jonathan, what is your show this week?
My show of the week is Mr. Cinderella.
Oh, so we did a little throwback because I'm kind of on this too. I was so
obsessed with Bhavin that I was like,
I've gotten a little obsessed too. Vietnam is giving. Yes, Vietnam is giving us when Bhavin like
giving us gay.
Like Vietnam, come on. They're you know what? Now not saying that the show is the best.
Ooh. It came out in late 2021. So imagine late 2021 vibes.
Right. And you know what? I was invested.
I was invested too. I was like this like awkward perm, this same outfit he wears every episode. this cringe
Yeah, I'm like, you
storyline.
don't. But then again, he was supposed to be Poe, not poor
He's
Poe.
supposed to be a Poe gangster,
Right.
mean mugging all day, every day.
Right. So of course he only got like 3 outfits.
I don't know. The show is very confusing, and there's a season 2, and
Yes,
I
which I
haven't
started.
touched season 2 yet, but
I started, and you're going to be perplexed.
confused because the way season 1 ended was like nothing was patched up. Certain people should be in prison.
Yeah, but what's his name? The way it was patched up. Okay, let's give a premise first before we get too deep into the show.
Yeah, quick little, summarization.
Yes, so pretty much, Bobbin's character, whose name I forgot. I'm sorry.
His name's his name. I think his name's Dung or something.
Oh yeah, it is Dung. That's right. So Dung was working at some kind of day bar, whatnot. Day, not gay, day bar.
A bar.
Yeah, a bar. And these hood rats came in, beat up his adopted little brother for whatever reason, who was also working with him. And the manager of the bar pretty much fired him and said like he brought a hood element to
he was like
the bar, even though it was not his fault. Even
like,
though it was not his fault, he was minding his business, okay, and just trying to make drinks, okay.
He's like, I knew you were trouble.
Right. So anyway, he loses his job. These hood rats find him again while he on the street trying to figure out what the hell is he going to do next. They beat him up, break his arm. The doctor finds him, takes him to the hospital, gives him free treatment. And in the hospital, we find out that the 2 of his nurse assistants or nurses have a crush on the doctor. One is a woman.
They're
the other
both
one is a
thirsting
guy.
after the
They're both thirsting after him.
And the guy is his ex.
Guy is his ex. Yes.
Messy.
And the work messy. So that's why I was invested, because even though I was like, I don't know what I feel about some of this acting. If you don't fire these 2
employees, like,
right,
this looks like a small practice. It's like the 3 of y'all.
Right, and there's some sexual harassment happening.
Literally, and
like,
you're getting sexually harassed by your underlings all day long. Fire these 2 nurses, please.
Especially one that happens to be the ex.
Yep.
So that's the basis of this whole show, and that's kind of what leads everything on. And Dung and the doctor end up getting into a relationship, living together, all of that, and they fall in love. It's weird,
like,
and Dung has a crazy ex-girlfriend who he doesn't really care for, but happens to be the ex-girlfriend is like the sister of the gang members that beat him up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the doctor, I think his name's Koa.
Yes, Kwa. Yes, Kwa. Yes,
Girl,
Dr. Kwa.
This man is also problematic. Everyone's problematic. No one's a good person in the show, I feel.
Yeah, because Dr. Kwa does not know how to defend his man.
He never stood up for him.
Never stood up for him.
I was like, why did you let this man into your house? You care for him. You're paying for his bills. You're paying for his medical bills.
But you're not going to stand up. I mean,
but everyone walks into this house and trashes him, and you're like, yup.
Yeah, and he doesn't defend him until he's not around. And it's like, sir, you should have done it right in his face so he feels valued. Like,
yeah, so he feels
what are you doing?
That you actually care about him and you're not...
Right.
I don't know. I don't understand why everyone's also trashing this man. Like, he doesn't look that much like a big gangster. Like, he's wearing a black shirt and black pants. And they're like, wow, who's this thug in your house? How dare you let this thug in your house? He might be stealing things.
And it's like, he's been there and he hadn't stolen anything. It's like, people are making wild assumptions.
And y'all can also just be like, hey, actually, backstory, we were like, I don't know, we were friends as kids or something. He was a homeless little kid, and I took him in when we were like 5 years old for some reason, and we got separated. I'm just like, who took this photo that they both have? I don't understand how they both remember things when they were 5 years old.
I remember some things when I'm 5.
I know, but were you taking in like all their homeless kids on the street at 5 years old and feeding and bathing?
Hell no, I was trying to run away from home. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on? I was like, that's a lot for a 5-year-old brain, but all right. And then who took this photo of both of y'all playing in the street and gave y'all both copies of the photo?
I don't know. Anywho,
but
The show was messy. I was here for the mess.
Because the ex-boyfriend is fully psychotic.
He's crazy.
He's manipulating. Like, he's controlling.
And I don't use that word crazy lightly, you know, but this man is crazy.
He needs mental help because you're over here tweaking over the thought of your ex-boyfriend with someone else. That you're like, right. He's mine. That's mine, man. That's my property. I'm getting back what's mine. Goes as far to like almost kill him with some drugs that he found in the hospital. Right. And he's hiring gangsters to beat him up. To beat up his ex-boyfriend, too.
Right, which is so crazy. Like, this man is sick. And the only man in the show that I think, or the only person in the show that I think is at least, you know, not messed up is, I think his name is Trin. Dong's, like, adoptive little brother, who actually, I don't know why you loving crazy ex of
literally
the doctor.
I was like, please,
like, the man is crazy
else. Please,
like, pick somebody else.
This man is like literally every 2 minutes is like
he's trying to woo him, and I'm like, and I'm sitting here like, hello, crazy man that's trying to get back with your ex who don't want you. You got a good looking guy here who is head over heels for you. Take it and run with it. Take it and run with it. And go about your married life. But luckily, you know what? At the end of the show, he ends up quitting. Because I guess something clicked that you need to just...
He should have been fired after...
He should have been fired.
Like, what?
After all that he did.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he quit and moved out. So... And it's completely out of his life.
If all the other things he did before didn't, you know, warrant a termination, like I think trying to kill one of the patients.
Yes.
Or the police. Like, come on. Remember? He was so like he faked his like foot thing, his foot injury. Yes. He like stepped on glass so he can be like, oh my god.
So he intentionally hurt himself. Right.
My apartment's like getting construction. I need to stay at your place.
I'm pretty sure a lot of that was a lie. A lot of it was a lie. Like, and the thing is, like, I love how Dong was able to see right through it, and nobody was believing him.
Nobody ever stood up for my boy.
And I'm like, hello, we can tell this crazy man is lying and manufacturing stuff up. Like, how is no one else seeing this? Because I can see it literally 100 miles away.
There's just not enough characters to believe, though. He got no one on his side. Not a damn soul.
No one on his side. Anywho, I binged the show. You binged it. It's only 8 episodes. It's on YouTube on O2's channel. And I think it's worth the watch, you know, while you're waiting for the next episode of Be Your Star. Watch this.
It's crazy how I don't know if these are the only Vietnamese BLs out there. Maybe
no, because
I think Mr. Cinderella was the first Vietnamese BL though.
I don't know because I think there were some before them, but I will say this.
But it's crazy how it all has Bavin. Like Bavin's the main character.
Well, now he's not in everything in this one because I think he's contracted with O2, so I think that's why.
I know, but he's played like he doesn't keep a partner. He's like, I am the main character in every single one of these O2 productions.
Who knows? Maybe he's like Mile with Beyond Cloud, where he has shares in it. Who knows?
Maybe because they're filming something right now too for the next BL, and it's a different man, but it's Bavin still.
Yep. Well, I will tell you this, though. The guy who plays the doctor is in another BL from a different company, and the show is called Stupid Genius. And it's a high school BL, but he plays
he doesn't like no damn high school.
He plays a teacher. Oh. So, yeah.
Oh, but, that's not... Oh.
No, it's not a teacher-student BL. It's a student-student BL.
That's not...
Yeah, so he's a teacher there as a part of a side couple.
Oh,
he's not the main couple.
But it's a BL?
It's a BL, yes.
Oh, that came out 2023. I see.
Yeah, I saw it last year. It was not bad, but it was
Oh, so you saw it already. So you've seen this man's face.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But anyway, again, Mr. Cinderella, season 1 and season 2 on O2's channel on YouTube. Free to watch, great to stream. It's a mess. I give it maybe a 7. No, I'm gonna say 6, because what really keeps you is the mess for the show. You know, everything else kind of falls flat, but the mess, it's really good.
The mess is always there. I mean, I'm just watching it for Bobbin. I don't know.
And Bobbin is fine, so.
Even though I did not like his hair in the show. Yeah, I'll give it.
Oh yeah, I didn't really care for his
6.
hair in the show.
I'll give it a,
I'm like, it
I'll
gets
give it
a
5.
6.
Actually, I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at a 6 because the mess is really good. That's what keeps you in the show.
Angry at some points.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. If it's making you angry, it's giving you an emotion. It's not like Blossom Campus, which we'll get into in a little bit. Actually, we'll get into it right now because we need to talk about shows that just ended. So there are 3 shows that have ended: Boys Be Brave, Living with Him, and Blossom Campus, finally. So Boys Be Brave, I think we both have a lot of stuff to talk about. And actually that show ended, what?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Maybe a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
So not just ended, but it was a couple weeks ago. And I think we need to critically deep dive into the show. We don't have enough time on this podcast. Right. We don't have enough time in this podcast to talk about it because we got other things that we need to talk about. Mm-hmm. So should we do a mini episode?
I think we could. Why not? Stay tuned, maybe.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
On that. Another show, and Boys Be Brave is a Korean BL. It is hard to find to watch in the U.S. at least. Not sure about other countries, but I forgot what streaming services
I think it was on iQIYI.
Yeah, but not iQIYI in the U.S.
Oh. But we saw it on iQIYI, no?
I didn't say that.
Oh! It's on iQIYI, I'm pretty sure. And it's only like 8 episodes.
It's only 8
but
episodes.
But it's very much like locked behind like an extra paywall, so.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Living with Him just ended, Japanese BL.
Japanese BL, very cute, very simple.
Cute.
8 episodes as well.
Yeah.
Standard.
Standard show. Is it worth a binge? Sure, if you don't have too many other things to watch.
It's not show-stopping, but it's not terrible. Like, it's just like, that was cute.
It's just a feel-good show, and that's it.
It feels like nothing happened in the show, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like a slice of life. Like, we knew what was going to happen in the end. Yep. We're glad it worked out, and that's it. So
yeah, I mean, I liked Kazuhito. I liked his face.
He does have a nice face.
And I can see him as a baseball player. Yeah.
I can, too. And then Blossom Campus. I haven't finished the last episode yet.
Oh, you got that far.
I told you I was going to try.
My try stopped at minute 20 on the first episode.
The show is, you know what? It's, for a strong berry, we expect a little better. And for this to go out on iQIYI, it fell flat, in my opinion. It's just a very boring show.
Ooh. It's hard when there's annoying characters.
Right.
When there's like aloof, annoying characters, it's really hard to get into.
Yeah, very annoying character. And I just don't...
And Boys Be Brave had that same kind of character.
Yeah, but the difference is with Boys Be Brave
that there was
an interesting story that went along
surrounded it. Yeah.
Yeah. This one, there's an annoying character with a lackluster story.
Ooh.
And anyway, it's over, thank God. So we're just gonna praise the Lord that it's over. So it's on iQIYI. If you want to be bored to death, go ahead and watch it. So we're going to move into something way more interesting. We're going to do our first ever mid-season review. both Jonathan and I, we have been raving over. We need everybody to drop whatever they're doing after this podcast and go ahead and watch My Stand-In. It is 6 episodes in, and honey, we've been doing a good job.
We are living.
We've been doing a good job of exhibiting restraint.
Oh my God.
And not talking about My Stand-In for the past couple of weeks. So we got to let it all out today. And we will have some spoilers. So if you haven't tuned in, you might want to skip ahead about 10 minutes or so. Because we got to let this all out. Like
please go watch. Stop this podcast right now. Go watch it. Catch up to episode 6 and then come back.
Seriously, because we got to let this all out like hot boobies in a synthetic bra at a drag show with no air conditioning. Like, it's that serious. Like,
all right. Okay.
It is that serious. Okay. So let's talk about a few things regarding the show. First, I want to talk about is the main couple, which is the reason why we're watching the show. Because we don't want this couple together. Okay.
Especially after this episode again, I was like, there's no way you're going to get back with Ming after
Ming
what
he
just asked you.
We love Ming. We don't love Ming. We love Joe.
We love Joe.
Hate Ming.
I ride or die I'll take a bullet for Joe.
Right. Ming is trash. He's a rich guy who uses his money and power to do horrible things and to get what he wants at all means necessary.
Yeah, he's such
a trash
spoiled, evil man.
Very
man-child.
Evil. And now that we know, so Joe is back in somebody else's body whose name is also Joe.
Which is crazy. The way I would have changed my name, the way I would have came out of that coma like, Mom, I'm changing my name to James or something. Like, I'm not. Can't do this.
Yeah. But, man, the fact that I think Ming is stealing, the energy of Joe in this new Joe. And wants again, as we found out, wants him to stand in for the stand-in that he pretty much caused his disappearance, right?
Mm-hmm. That sounds so complicated, but yes. So Ming, Joe is in a new body.
Is in a new body.
And his mom is sick. So he's like, I need money. And everyone around him is like, you feel so familiar. You feel like the other Joe. Like, we can
because he is the other Joe, but in pretty much another body.
They're like, you feel like the old Joe. Like, you should come work for us again, like, and do what he did. So he's back doing all the same gigs that he did in his original life. And now Ming is over here like, you just feel so similar to him. I will pay you to be his stand-in.
And Joe needs the money because the amount his mom will need lifetime care. For the rest of her life, in order to support her failed kidney, and it will cost a lot of money. So he needs the money.
I know, but I just the way you can't escape this man. I screamed. My mouth was open. I was like, "Oh my God, Joe!" The way I would rather jump off that little bridge he was on than go back to Ming.
Like, part of me was like, can you
like,
just go work at a coffee shop?
I'd be like, I'm so sorry, mother, but...
No, I wouldn't say that, because that lady is really nice. We like that
I'd be
lady.
like, but you ain't my
she's
mother.
A nice,
you ain't my real mother.
She's a nice lady, and she's been really good to him.
I know, but
despite
that's
not knowing that's not his mom. But I would also say... To go through the
psychological, torture of getting back with Ming and being Tong's stand-in again.
But that's why I'm like...
To know that this man in front of you does not love you, even back then and even now.
And even now.
Was using you back then.
He wants you to stand in for somebody else.
Like, the layers to this story, bravo, writers.
Yes, that's why I'm like, in my head, I'm like, Joe, go work at a coffee shop. Go work at a bar.
That's not going to give him 20,000 baht a week.
He needs to figure out something else, because I was like, I'd rather have you work 30, 40 hours at a coffee shop while doing all this other stuff.
You better do every single commercial you can in the world.
Right. Like, instead of doing stuff with Ming. And the funny thing is, everybody knows Ming is bad news.
Everyone knows Tong is bad news.
Yeah. everyone knows,
They
but
still,
because
but
they're
yet they're
just
so famous, so popular in the industry still. I'm like, y'all need to start leaking news.
right. Somebody needs to leak something, okay? Because so far the only thing that's been leaking is pre-cum from Ming's dangling anytime he sees
Excuse
Joe.
me,
So that's it. That's the only thing that's been leaking. Okay,
oh
out
my
here,
god.
because he clearly is a masochist. Okay,
Joe is a
and
masochist right now.
or Joe is the masochist. That's right, and Ming is a sadist. Maybe Joe's not a masochist. Maybe because I feel as if maybe Joe was, but now he's like he feels so desperate that he doesn't have a choice.
I know he doesn't have a choice right now, but like,
yeah,
I just feel like, but you see in this episode, like, you have some kind of out with Soul. Like this is your second chance to get with Soul if you really wanted to,
right?
or at
and
least work with him and get closer with him, and maybe you can get popular in Korea with him. You don't have to go back to Ming.
Right. That's something like you have if you looking for, financial support with also some D.
Ooh.
Sona's there. Hello. Like
I mean, he'll be giving the D to Soul.
I don't know about that because as far as we know, Joe is a power bottom.
He is not. Excuse me. They were both tops in the first episode. Remember?
Oh,
but
well,
then he went bottom for Ming.
Well, remember. But then Ming Joe was like,
"Oh."
Remember, Joe didn't know what he was because he was a virgin at the time. He was
only a butt virgin. He was only a butt virgin.
No, I think he was a virgin. Period. Because he said that condom was the first time he was going to use it because he had never done anything before.
I don't think so.
That's the impression I got in that first episode.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think
viewers let us know.
Yeah,
but
like a virgin, touched for the very first.
And that's
time.
That's why he's so still like giving Ming the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes. Yeah,
because that was his first. That's why.
I don't
like,
care.
That's
the way I would have lit that house up, I would have been like, "You're living in my old house, burning it to the ground."
Like, and
he wouldn't smash those mugs. Girl, please remember.
He almost did, but decided not to do it.
Remember
like,
what he did to you. Look what he's still doing to you. Come on.
I
was screaming at the TV.
I just don't. I understand, but I'm also like, Joe, do better. Like, you can do better. Like, Ming is okay looking. He not fine. Like, hello, the finest person in the show is Joe. Okay, let's be serious. Okay?
Thanks for liking our story, Poom.
Yes, thank you. And then Tong is trash and still being trash. And it's funny because Tong is not that good to Ming either.
They're just both Ming, evil people. Right, that's crazy how he's like, "Oh, Tong," because Tong is like funding the movie on his own.
Right.
That Joe is the stand-in for him. And
right.
now Ming is like, "Oh, can you write me a role into the story too?" I was like, "Jesus."
Because he wants to be around Joe.
You're so obsessed with anyone named Joe. So obsessed with this
maybe
basic
he should change his name to James profile. Just so then
literally I was like, if you don't move, take your mom and move out the country.
Right.
Go into witness protection.
Or no, because they're in Bangkok, right? Just go to Chiang Mai. Like, go north.
Go upstate.
Yeah, go north. Go something. Yeah, go somewhere else. Like, come on. This is getting out of control. Like, and his mama can still get good treatment up there, and that's it. But now you're going to stay with this man for a year?
Or more. Ming was like, you'll see what happens in a year.
Ming isn't...
You think we're going to get like a time skip, or... I wonder what's going to happen next. This show doesn't put like a little preview at the end of the episode. They only do it... They put up like a preview in a couple days, right?
No, there's a preview up on iQIYI, but I decided not to watch it.
Oh, I didn't see it on my Apple TV app.
I saw it on my Google TV app. Ooh. And I was like, I refuse to watch it because I don't want this spoiled for me. I need to be fully gagged, okay? And anyway, I got another thing to
Anyways,
mention about this show.
Death to all
Are
of
we
them.
going to actually find Joe's actual body anytime soon? Because that's another thing.
I feel
the
like
body is still missing.
Yeah, I feel like the body's still missing. I don't know if we're going to have some kind of magical change and Joe's just going to, like, look like himself again at the end of the story, and the mom's just gonna be like, "Oh no, where's my son?" And they're gonna be like, "He just died 2 years ago. Like, sorry."
That would be like kind of how The Shipper ended. I don't know. If
Yeah,
you ever
it's
saw that show.
yup. Oh, The Shipper. I cried so much to that. I feel like it's going to be like
sad.
that, where it's like,
I hope not.
oh my
I'm
god, that show
hoping
was
what
so
happens
sad.
is
That show was so sad.
I'm hoping what happens is they just body swapped, and other Joe is in Joe's body,
Just somewhere else,
somewhere completely else.
But then Ming would have found him.
Ming wouldn't have found him.
Ming over here hiring private investigators for a small little break-in.
Yeah, Ming wouldn't have found him because he was missing for so long. Well, maybe Ming would have, but still, he may not be in the Bangkok metropolitan area. Like, because remember they shot that somewhere out
They shot that out in like the mountains.
And in the boondocks.
I was about to say boondocks.
Yeah, they shot that somewhere real far out.
Maybe they might do a Shipper moment where it's like they switch bodies and they're like, "Where's my Joe?" And it's like, "Mama, he gone."
Oh, that would be awful. Like, that would be so sad because this lady has already been through so much.
She's been through so much, but at this rate, it looks like she might not even make it to the end of the show either.
I would hope not, because I think she is the one thing that is keeping
needs like some normalcy.
Joe
he needs a
grounded.
family. Yeah,
You're
he
right.
needs something to live for.
And that's the only thing that I think is really keeping him grounded, because remember, he didn't have parents. So before, really, his family was Ming, which I think is another reason why he feels kind of connected to him, even though he really doesn't want to be, and is
so
trying
dumb.
not
I don't
to
know
be.
How you saw Ming as your family. He had his whole stunt crew as his like pseudo family too, but he still like gave everything.
Well, because Ming is also
to this man that didn't want to label it. That was like, I'm not your boyfriend.
But I think it's because Ming was also, breeding that hole. So.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you're giving milk, I mean, I could see why.
Anyway,
but see, this is why people, all because the man is giving you milk does not mean he's trying to be with you. Okay, and that's for everybody. I don't care. And anyone who has an orifice where milk can be deposited. Okay, I need you to know, all because you're getting a deposit
in the milk.
No, you can dip the cookies in the milk. Just understand that, you get all because you're getting a deposit.
That milk ain't yours. That milk ain't yours.
Doesn't mean he's trying to be with you. Okay, that just means he made a deposit, and that's it.
Girl.
And Ming, let's talk about with Ming right quick. Ming's issue is he is madly in love with Tong, who is his sister's husband at this point.
Yup.
Okay? And we all know this to be true. And part of me is like, Ming has this obsession with always gets what he wants. And this is the one thing he can't have. And instead of just charging it to the game and getting over it, he's trying to find a substitute.
Yep, because he's like,
money can buy me a substitute. Yep. That's what he's thinking.
And my substitute died. Money can buy me my substitute.
Right.
Crazy.
And it's just so crazy to me, because it's like, dude, charge it to the game and get over it. Like, find somebody else. There's all these other beautiful men out there in Thailand. And since you got money, you could even go to Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. Like, you could go to surrounding countries. Hell, you could even, if you actually stop fighting with Son a little bit, you might even be able to find you a nice Korean boo. Ooh, like, come on.
Get you an opar. Yeah,
okay. You got all of this. You got all of this money and mans that are available to you, and you trying to find the one that looks like your brother-in-law from behind, boy, bye. Get a life.
Boy, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, bye-bye. Anyway, I really hope
death to all of them, except for Joe and Soul.
Not all of them. Like,
except for Joe and Soul. Death to the rest of the cast.
Son, Mama. I want Mama to make a full recovery.
Yup.
Okay.
She needs to be living her good life. That's what I mean. If we flash forward, because we didn't say Joe took the deal. Joe was like, I'll do it for 5 million baht and a house for my mom.
Yes,
and
he did.
And I'll give you a year of my life. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And my jaw was on the floor.
I'm just surprised that he accepted it. Like, but then again, I'm not surprised because I understand he needs the money.
Let me look it up.
Right, that's a lot of money. So I get it, but I also am like, there's got to be something else. Like, talk to P. Wood, see like if there's anything additional.
You don't want to borrow money from him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Anywho,
I hope this show. Just everyone watch this show, please. It's so good. Support the show.
Please pay for iQIYI. It's worth it for this show. Okay,
it's worth it to see this shit in HD 4K.
In HD. Okay, go ahead, watch it. I'm urging everybody to watch it. I don't even care if you've never seen a BL before in your life. You better watch this show.
Like, it's not even about the BL right now. This is just
it's juicy. Not even. It's about the whole drama.
This is some Shonda Rhimes, ABC7 drama. This is How to Get Away with Murder. This is
yes. This
is
all
Grey's
of
Anatomy.
Get into it right now.
Scandal.
Anywho. We got something scandalous to do next, okay? So we're going to do a little game called Hot Crossed Buns.
Oh, my. You said, speaking of bakeries.
Yeah, speaking of bakeries. So the bakery I have for you today, Jonathan, has some stuff that will sell and some that came up flat. So let's play a game that I am calling Hot Cross Buns. In this game, Jonathan, I will show you a pic of a set of buns from a BL actor that was shown in a BL, and you tell me if the buns are hot or need to be crossed out. Okay?
The way I was staring at this, like, huh? And then you said, show me a pic of buns, and I was like, oh, I get it. We're seeing actual buns. We're seeing cheeks.
Hell yeah. Like, you thought I was going to just show you a picture of cinnamon rolls
I'm dead ass here expecting to see some, like, fresh out the oven buns.
Well, some of these might look like that, okay? Luckily, this is a podcast, so you will only hear us talking about them, but you won't see them. Maybe we'll put them up on Instagram later.
But maybe we'll post the buns on our close friend story on Instagram.
So we don't get banned. But also what I want you to do is I want you to rank them with 5 being the best buns to eat before I reveal whose buns they are, okay?
Okay. The way it says Hot Cross Buns, the bakery with moist cracks. Y'all, on the Lord's Day, on this Sunday, the Lord's Day, y'all.
Yes, it's sunny somewhere. Okay.
I can't. I know who this is.
Oh, okay. Well, first rank it.
Oh, I gotta rank it.
5 being the best.
I'll give it a 2.
Oh, so they're not good at all. You don't like those?
No, all right. I'll give it a 3.
Oh,
Come on, Kaitun.
Well, yes, that is Mon from Two Worlds.
Yes, that scene was
Spicy.
Top scene of the year, honestly.
Yes,
actually,
we might change that later today. Let's see. Okay, what about this one?
Oh my god. Is this... Wait, whose ass is this?
Well, rank it first. Rank it first.
This looks a little sad in this image. I'm gonna give it like a 2. No, I'm
it's built from Kid Porsche.
Yeah, I was like, this looks sad as hell.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another one. Okay.
Not Pete. What, this angle? What?
Sadly, I can only find a side view of this one, but this is what we're gonna have to do.
Then this is getting a 1.
This is Young Sung Ho from Long Time No See, which
Girl,
I think is worth
seen
seeing.
It yet.
You need to see it, okay?
But the rare time we see some Korean booty cheeks.
Right. And, well, I still think about how in a non-BL and Dream High, the only butt we saw was that of JYP. And I never want to see that again. Ever.
You never know.
Like, we saw his full ass.
Ooh, you never know.
Anyway.
Oh, I know this. This is given a 5. Come on, Ta.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
yes,
Ta.
You're right. And that is Ta. Ta Nanakun from Dead Friend Forever.
That scene.
Which, another great show.
That show. Dead Friend Forever, y'all.
So good. Okay.
And, yeah, that's the scene you were talking about. That scene was, oof.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Honey. What about this one?
Who's this sad ass? And this is getting a 4, I guess. Is this new?
You're gonna give it a 4? Yes, it is.
How I knew? How I knew?
From Waterboy.
Now me clocking. I got 4 out of 5. I knew everyone's cheats.
That is new. But you gave it a 4.
I mean, I didn't have any other number, right? I only have 1 to 5.
I would have given it a 3, maybe.
Well, my 3 is taken. My 3 is taken.
No, you can rank any of them 1 to 5.
Oh, like, all right.
It's not. We're not. Yeah. So whatever.
Oh, it's one. It's not one of those. All right. So this is a 1.
It's not one of those.
News getting a 1.
Okay. This one, sadly, is a little hard to see, but.
What is this from? Is this from Ken Porsche as well? This can get a 3.
Okay, and it is from Ken Porsche.
Yup, I had a feeling it was Bible.
Yeah. Okay.
Vegas. Oh.
What do you think of this?
I think just this angle makes it look wonky. It's just a 1. What is this from? Hold on.
You haven't seen the show yet.
Yes, because I didn't want to see. Is this the naked dining?
It is.
Yo,
yes, that's Kondo Shori from Naked Dining. It's funny because there's another angle that I didn't show because this one was better. At least you see more crack. Mm-hmm. But the other one I think was a little better, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe would have given it a slightly higher number, but okay. Surprisingly, this next one.
Oh. Who is this? I have no idea who this is. This can get a 3.
Oh, okay.
Who is this?
So this is.
Oh, see, I didn't see. If it's a show I haven't
Indigo,
seen,
which I've been telling you need to see because the scene from this was when he had just put something up his ass.
Oh
and
my
pleasured
god!
Himself.
Come on, it's explicit.
Yeah,
Let's get
explicit.
Sickening.
And this is the last one.
Oh, this is some more Kim Porsche. This is I know Miles booty cheats. This is a 5. Come on, 5 out of 5.
It is Miles. That's the last one for today.
I'm surprised you didn't use one from the bathroom scene in Kim Porsche.
I tried to find a good one, but
a good angle of that.
What we're gonna best we could do. And with that said, that is it for this episode of Ride Can Top My Knee. Be safe. Have your knees hot like buns, not cold like cream.
Oh my God! Hope the ride in your life tops your knee.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.